What's up, guys? Yeah, the Booktube-A-Thon is coming up. Yeah, who's excited for that? If you don't know what the Booktube-A-Thon is, the Booktube-A-Thon is an event hosted by Ariel Bissett, and it's kind of like a reading marathon. I consider it more of a triathlon. With the triathlon, you have like running and swimming and biking. With the Booktube-A-Thon, you have reading and YouTubing, and there's also like challenges and Twitter sprints. But don't worry, you don't have to do all of that. You can just do a marathon or a readathon, which is where you simply read all the books you can with other human beings who you will never see. Okay, that sounded a little pathetic there, but you will interact with them on Twitter, so it's gonna be good. Don't listen to me, honestly. It's fun. Booktube-A-Thon is a lot of fun. I did it last year, not as heavy as I'm planning on doing it this year. I think this is the third year doing it. I will link all of the links below that Ariel Bissett posted. The dates is August 2nd through the 9th. But my most favorite part about the Booktube-A-Thon is the challenges, which is what I'm going to be tackling today. You don't have to do the challenges either, but I think they're pretty fun. So without further ado, here is my TBR in accordance to the reading challenges. The first challenge is to read a book with blue on the cover. The whole book can be blue, or it can just be a little spot that's blue. It can just be the title that's blue. For this, I chose a book that has been sitting on my shelf for about a year, and that is Scintillate by Tracy Clark. I got this like really cheap in an online order, and I have absolutely no idea what it's about. I haven't really looked forward to reading it. It might be because I don't know what it's about, but the Booktube-A-Thon is a time to get things read, so I am putting it on the list for blue. If you've read this book, please let me know if you liked it or not, or if it's absolute trash, or if it's really good, or if I don't know. So yes, blue book. The second challenge, which is one I thought I wasn't going to be able to complete, but then I found a way out. It's kind of weird. You're supposed to read a book with the author whose last name starts with the first letter of your last name. My last name is Wilkins, so I scrounged over what was left of my shelf looking for a W, and I found none. But after some research and some quick looking, I found a classic I have been wanting to read for a long time. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I saw a friend reading this a while ago, I think it was for school, and I don't know, I think I read the back and it interested me. I actually don't remember what it's about. So yes, got my W down, got a classic going, boom, second challenge done. The third challenge, which is my favorite challenge, or the favorite challenge with my favorite books in it, is to read someone else's favorite book. As you know, there is a booktuber on YouTube, and he goes by the name Jesse the Reader. His name is Jesse, if you did not gather. His favorite book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, but one of his other favorite books is The Archived by Victoria Schwab. So I'm kind of cheating, it's not his all-time favorite book, but I've heard it talked about enough, and I know it's in like his top 3. So yes, I plan on reading The Archived and The Unbound, and actually this is a reread for me. I've read these books before, but I have just been craving to get back into the writing of Victoria Schwab, so I thought this would be a good time to do it. The fourth challenge is to read the book you last acquired. The last 3 books I bought were Outlander, The Name of the Wind, and The Alloy of Law. In case you don't know, these are 3 high fantasy books. I have not read these 2 authors, and both of these books are like 700 pages long. I have read Brandon Sanderson. He is my all-time favorite author. This is the sequel to the Mistborn trilogy, and it's only like 300 pages long. So yes, I'm gonna go with this one. Brandon Sanderson. I cannot complain about reading Brandon Sanderson in the Booktube-A-Thon. Brandon Sanderson is my favorite author. I wake up every morning and contemplate to myself, why am I not reading Brandon Sanderson? When can I read my next Brandon Sanderson book? Why won't Brandon Sanderson come out with a Way of Kings book every 2 months? Because that's impossible. The fifth challenge is kind of a weird one. It's to read a book without letting go. Don't let it go, don't let it go. Just kidding. The book I chose for that is The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I've heard really, really good things about this. I've been dying to read it, and dying for a time to read it. And yes, the key with this challenge here is to read this book kind of almost in one sitting. But if you have to leave, like to go eat dinner or go to the bathroom, you've got to take this book with you. It cannot leave your hand. You are attached to it. You are married to the book. So yes, I chose this mainly because it was small. Sorry, I had to. The 6th challenge is a very lenient one, is to read a book you really want to read. For this book, I chose The Curse of Bane, which is The Spook's Apprentice, or The Last Apprentice, or whatever the heck this series is called. I read the first book, which is hanging out right here behind me. Really enjoyed it. I've been wanting to pick this up and read it, but it's a 12-book series, so it's kind of a commitment. But I'm never going to get started if I don't read it. So I chose this one because I've been wanting to get back into this world. And the last challenge, the 7th challenge, is to read 7 books. I have 7 books. A book I really want to read. The book I'm going to be married to. The last book I bought, who is my favorite author in the universe. That wasn't a part of the challenge, that was just me gawking over Brandon Sanderson. Read someone else's favorite books. Books, you know. Read an author who has the same letter last name as you do your letter last name. I got the Kindle right here. Read a blue book. Scintillate. You can combine these challenges. For instance, since this is Jesse's favorite book, I could knock this one off since this one's blue. Honestly, I'm okay with knocking that off because I really don't want to read it. I'm judging before I read it, I know. Someone please tell me if that book's worth my time. And yeah, I really want to read Brandon Sanderson, so technically I always want to read Brandon Sanderson. So I could knock The Curse of Bane off. I'm not going to knock him off because I actually do want to read him too. My TBR. I don't know if I can get to all of these books. I think last year I was able to read 7 books, but that's because I didn't have much going on and I could devote 8 hours a day to reading and not having a social life. The Booktube-A-Thon is really fun. Don't make it seem like we hide in closets and film things and don't talk to other people and just read books. Actually, that's what I'm doing right now because I'm filming this inside a closet. Moving on, I should not be the person to promote this thing going on. But yeah, if I can, I will get through all these. If not, you know, whatever. I do what I do. You should tell me what your TBR is, what book you're most looking forward to reading. For me, it is The Archive and the Unbound. I have been dying for a reread. So yes, thank you so much for watching. My name is Josie. I hope to see you in your Booktube-A-Thon videos in your comments. And that's about it. I just want to show you my shirt, okay? I know this is Booktube, and we talk about books, and I talk about writing and stuff, but I need to show you my shirt. Can you see it? Can you read it? I can't see it because of this glare. It says, seize the day. Seize the day. Get it? Seize the day. Seize the day. Seize the day. Booktube-A-Thon, seize the day. The 4th blue book. And is it the 4th, 5th, or 6th challenges? I knew if I didn't look at my thing, I would screw up. And what am I doing? Screwing up. And here you are, Josie, editing this video. Thinking, man,